Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, I made it. Y'all should have seen me, pushing it to get to the house tonight. I left work a little bit late. So, man, I was moving to get here, moving to get here. But I made it. I made it with, wow, like 5 minutes to spare when I walked in the door. I think I had about 5 minutes. I had about 5 minutes. So good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hey, there is someone on IG. Hey, good evening, IG. IG, this is the first live. I tried it. Um, no, this may be the second, but the first one was a little rocky, a little shaky. So you guys, please excuse me. I have not connected IG to my Restream platform just as yet. So I'm getting that done, but you'll see me doing a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and just making sure I'm seeing everybody and getting everybody connected. So what's going on? Good evening, IG. Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, YouTube. Hey, good evening. I wanted to um I wanted to do a few things. I wanted to have a guest on with me tonight, but it did not quite work out, which is cool, which is fine, which is fine. Next time I'll see if I can get her connected and get her on here with me. All right. So IG is kind of bumping tonight. We okay. IG is coming up, coming up. So you guys, hey, listen, I'm going to get started because as you all know, some may not know, all the videos are posted. They're posted on the Facebook page. They're posted on the YouTube channel. If you have not yet gone over to YouTube to follow the page, to follow the channel, to subscribe, go over to the YouTube, the Real Life Relationship Growth YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon, pop in there, jump in there, subscribe, and you can watch all the videos from, man, the beginning of this thing. So there are at least 80, almost 90 some videos posted to the YouTube channel at this point. So all types of topics. Man, you guys, y'all would think we would run out of stuff to talk about, but never, 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 never. So again, good evening. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth channel family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this family. Um, there are a few things that I like to say before I get started. First of all, I am not a relationship expert. I'm a black woman in this world, living this life, doing a damn thing, and enjoying the hell out of it. I am enjoying where life is for me. I am enjoying it. I honestly, I can't say any more about how peaceful and happy my life is, and my life has been the last two and a half, um, 2 years, y'all. Y'all, okay? So that is my intro. That is who I am. I don't claim to be, I don't proclaim to be, I don't profess to be a relationship expert. That is not who I am. But my life experiences, some things that I've gone through, some things that I've dealt with, and some things that you've gone through and you've dealt with are here. We are here to share, to care, to spread love, to promote healthy, growing, thriving, loving relationships. This is what the real life relationship growth family is all about. So I know y'all see it says Camper Conversations. Every Thursday, it used to be Friday, but I switched it up. Every Thursday at 8, I come on, I go live and talk about topics that have been sent to me from the family, like different topics. This is the criteria for you to be a part of this family. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You have to be single, dating, courting, married, divorced, or widower. That's the criteria for you to be a part of this family. Hey, Simone. Hey, Aisha. That's the criteria for you to be a part of this family. Okay, that's it. If you fall into any of those any of those one things or two things apply to you, you in the right place, yo. You are in the right place. You are in the right place. IG, I apologize. With Facebook, I can see personal names, but IG, I don't necessarily see names. I see Think Big. Um, I see Willie. I see wow, Johansson Macho. Sorry, Sir Victor Davis. Hello, Mr. Davis. I know who that is. So if I'm not sure who you are, please forgive me, but know that I appreciate you being here. All right. All right. All right. So we're gonna get this thing popping. We are going to get started. Because again, the videos are going to be posted. And at any point, you can go to Facebook or YouTube and comment. And I'm sure IG, and you can comment, share your thoughts. If you wanted to watch the whole thing through and then make a comment, you can. If you see something at a point, you want to put something, yo, do that too. All right, do that too. All right, we're gonna get started with this thing. We are going to get started. The topic tonight. So just hey, FYI, we're here every Thursday. Big up to my brothers. My brothers send in more topics than the ladies. They are here. They are doing it. Hey, Kevin. Hey, girl. Hey, Kaliko. They are doing it. The brothers are doing it. They're sending the topics. They are um showing the love. Ladies, y'all do too. Y'all do too. But I have to tell you, real life relationship growth is male heavy. And I appreciate that because I do believe that the men are the head. They do lead out. They are the head. They were put on this earth to lead, period. Right? They were put on this earth to lead. I know everybody doesn't feel and think and agree the same, but my belief, I believe male was created before female, and the woman was created to be his helpmate. Doesn't mean she can't be equal to him. Doesn't mean that at all. But that's where we are. So I appreciate the brothers. Hey, Smiles. I appreciate the brothers inboxing me, texting me, calling me, yo, posting. Ladies, y'all posting as well. I appreciate it. We got this thing going. So we are going to get started because, I don't want to belabor the moment. I just wanted to do an intro for IG because I know there's some new people there. So let's get started. Our topic tonight, Lo, this is going to be another good one. This is going to be another good one. Our topic tonight is what? Oh, that is not it. I'm sorry. That is the wrong one. Let me do this. Let me do this. Our topic, I'm going to edit the topic real quick on here because I wanted to pop up, but I'm going to read it from here. Girl, he can have sex with you even if he doesn't like you. He can have sex with you even if he doesn't like you. I'm gonna tell y'all specifically what I put on um what I put on I'm sorry, that topic from last week was still up. Um sorry. Sorry, y'all. Thanks for your patience. I don't have my glasses. I forgot my glasses. Sorry. All right. Bam. That should have done it. Girl, okay. He can have sex with you even if he doesn't like you. I'm going to tell y'all how I fully worded that when I first put it up. Right? This is how I fully worded it. Um, it says, girl, he will have sex with you even if he doesn't like you. Did that hurt? See you tomorrow. That's what I put up yesterday. But I wanted to add the did that hurt part. Did that hurt part. Not because I'm trying to dig at anybody. It's not the point at all. But did that hurt? Because just the thought in the comment, the statement itself is kind of rough, right? It's kind of rough. Girl, he can have sex with you and not even if he doesn't like you. So let me give this disclaimer. Let me give a little bit of a disclaimer before I get started, y'all. This topic was my decision to discuss, but but it was authored by a man. It was authored from a male. This is not something I came up with. I'm a woman. Um, I have a female perspective. Um, we all have different perspectives, and we try to understand each other, and all of that. So I'm trying to understand the male perspective as well as I would hope the males are trying to understand the female perspective. So had a little conversation, talking to a brother, heard this from a brother. And the question kind of rang in this way. It was like, what? It was kind of, based on what does sex mean to men? Like, what does sex actually mean to men? Because again, we're two different thought processes. Two different thought processes. Women are emotional. Women are more emotional. Men are more physical. Men are more physical. We were created in two different ways, two different spectrums, two different ways, right? Created in two different ways. So, so the question that was pretty much the question. Like, what does sex actually mean to a man, right? What does it actually mean? And the response that I got, the response that I received, pretty much was men are just looking for they just looking to feel good. Like they just want to they like the feeling. They want the feeling of feeling good. They want okay, Kevin already jumping in here. Kevin already jumping in here. They want to feel good. Kevin said, "Nah, us brothers ain't giving up the soul pole for for GP any what? For GP anymore. Sorry. It ain't worth it. Many men want real companionship versus random cutting. A man that is sleeping with multiple women at once has no loyalty to anything. No loyalty to anything. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Let me clear something up. Let me clear something up. The brother that said it didn't come from a negative standpoint. He wasn't just saying, we just want it, we just want to hit it and quit it. That's not what he was coming from. He was saying that from a male's perspective, a man's thought process, a man's feeling, when it comes to sex, they want the enjoyment of it. They want the feeling of it. There's not always a lot of emotion to it. And if there is emotion to it, it's in the moment. It's in the moment. Remember on Boomerang when he said you just feel it and then you just wait, once your skin is gone, is all of it's gone. But he was saying that the emotion of it, if a man is emotional when it comes to sex, more than likely it's in the moment. It's in the moment of when it's happening. It's in the moment of orgasm. It's in the moment. Now, let me be clear again. We're not talking about, he wasn't talking about necessarily you're in a relationship with someone. He's just talking about the physical act of sex, what it means to men and how it makes them feel, right? Men are physical. Men are physical. So, the kind of counter to that, not even a counter, but the kind of response to that was, you know what, women are emotional. And when women have sex with a man, more than likely she's she's looking for something, she's felt something, she wants something. Ladies, can y'all agree? Like I know there are women out there that have sex just to have sex. They may meet somebody, have a one night stand, and they just want to be sexual. They just want to have sex. They just want that feeling as well, right? But it's very, very hard the way we are built and made up, ladies, for us to just hit it and quit it, for us to just have sex and there not be some type of emotion tied to it. So that was the question. That was the question. Like, what does sex actually mean to men? And then it ended up coming to a conversation of versus what it means to women. What it means to women. So, one of the things that he said, there are some men who could care less. They are just bagging bodies. They could care less. They're just having sex. They're just going around having sex because they like the feeling of it. They're lacking the emotion of it. And there are some men that feel like kind of what Kevin said that he said they ain't giving up the soul pole for GP anymore. It ain't just happening like that. Many men are looking for companionship. They're looking for love as well. Looking for love. So Kevin also said, well, women have sex without men. Damn Rose. Listen, IG. We have this thing going on with Mr. Kevin on the Facebook, in the Facebook family. Kevin has a hate for the rose. For those of you who know what the rose is, the female clitoral stimulator, the vibrator, however you want to call it, but it's more of a clitoral stimulator, the rose. Kevin be hating on the rose. Kevin be hating on the rose. He says so women have sex without men. Damn rose. True enough. True enough, Kevin. True enough, Kevin. This is the true enough statement. The rose isn't having sex. The rose is masturbating. And I beg to differ. There is a difference. There is a difference. All right, Kevin. We ain't gonna get off on this tangent on the rose. God, I told you, Kevin, you better couple it up together. Tag team with that thing. Work with it. So, um, he was like, there are some men who just out there doing it. They just out there doing it because they just want to. They like that feeling. They have no emotion attached to it. They just want. And then there are other men who are being a little bit more cautious and a little bit more steady because they are looking for something. They are looking for something. We even talked about y'all. We even talked about, hey Sabrina, um, what do men think of women after having sex with them, especially if they have one night stands or it takes no time to get in the panties? Like, what do men think about women? And then the spectrum again, there was a variation. Some men doesn't bother them at all. It just says that there was something enough that she felt, and we connected enough where she felt like she could do something like that with me. And then other men are like, if she doing that with me, she doing that with everybody else. Who else she doing that with? So it definitely varies and differs based on the type of mindset that the man has. But we're gonna kind of veer this. We're gonna veer this exactly, to the point of what um the title is saying, and it's gonna stream. It's gonna stream. I'm sorry, IG. It's gonna stream on as well. So a man can have sex with you even if he doesn't like you, even if he does not like you. Being that women are emotional beings, being that we are emotional beings, and the ties that come with the physical, it's really really hard sometimes to separate the two for some women. For some women. So ladies, what that means is you can't have set in your mind that if we have sex, when we have sex, then that's going to connect us and bind us. And I used to think that that was a thought that young, not necessarily experienced women, young ladies felt like and thought. I used to think that. I used to think that. But in having different conversations, truth be told, because we honest here. This is real life relationship growth. We're not here to put on airs and not to try to impress anybody to to try to come off like we got it all together, because we don't. We do not have it completely all together. But the point is, we're working toward, our goal is having it better than we did before. Having it together, having this thing together better than we did before, right? That's our goal here, right? Because that's all we do is positive thinking here. But in the positive thinking, the reality is that some bull crap has happened to us in life, and we've allowed some bull crap to happen to us in life, and we trying to get past that. So there are some women, young and old, who feel like and think they stuff is so golden. This girl is so good that that brother's gonna be locked. He's going to want to be with me. Yo, it's just gonna be us. It's gonna be us, and that's it. And that's it. And the part that I put in the title of the original topic was, "Did that hurt?" Question mark. Was because there are a lot of women at some point in time, me included, at some point in time, that felt like that thought like that because I am who I am, and I could put it on them, and I know how to do this and I know how to do that, that brother is going to stay right here. Going to stay right here. And then things happen and he stops calling. I hear you, Kevin. I'm coming back. And he stops calling. You don't hear from him. Like, um, he slowly but surely just kind of floats away. You know, you're not getting the text. You're not getting the good morning, gorgeous. You're not getting the hey, beautiful. You're not getting the just thinking about you, wanting to know what you were doing. And women get caught sometimes wrapped up in emotion, that feeling like the physical part of me, the physical side of me, is going to couple with the emotional side and the mental side. And honestly, so many times there's such a disconnection. There's such a disconnection. Kevin said, all jokes aside, there's always some emotional attachment. The act itself can't happen if there's a void of emotion. Some men will not admit it, but sex is attached to emotion. After sleeping with a woman, we think about the woman for a minute. We think about the woman for a minute. I am going to play the advocate, Kevin, on this one. I think that sex can happen without emotion. Now, there is an emotion, I agree. I agree. But it doesn't have to be an emotion that's attached to the other person. To the other person. So, um, disclaimer, just kind of trigger warning, guys. What I'm getting ready to say could possibly trigger someone. And I apologize if I'm digging into something that taps into you um, on a negative side, a negative thought, and puts you somewhere. But that is actually going to be our topic next week. I've already it's going to be our topic next week. But there are some men and some women, but we talking on this spectrum. What Kevin said, there are some men who have dealt with sexual abuse, whether they were young, really young, and they were taken advantage of. And there was all I've heard so many stories, and these are just direct stories and conversations I've had. And we have to remember, let's put this in here. We have to remember that men can be victims of sexual abuse as well. Men can be victims of sexual abuse as well. We gonna get into that next week, y'all. So I'm have to prepare everybody all week, because some people this will be a very soft spot, a very touchy topic. So there are men. who have no attachment with sex. It's just sex. It's just the physical act of it. It's just getting a nut. It's just getting a count, like adding up your numbers. It is just that for them. I was listening to a video and it talked about this. It was talking about this young man, this man. He's not a young man anymore. He's an older man. And I honestly have had some personal experiences with friends and actually an ex who dealt with this type thing. This man was saying that he for years had a sexual addiction. He was addicted to sex. And the reason he was addicted to sex is because he was molested as a child. Probably at about the age of, he said about the age of 8, he had um, older relatives having sex with him, female older relatives. Another person, it was a male relative that was raping and molesting him at a very, very young age. So um, the gentleman that was speaking was saying that because of this, he felt like love and all of that kind of stuff was wrapped up in sex. And a lot of females think that way too. But speaking of the gentleman, he said there's a lot of um, emotions and things that he thought was connected with love and connected with someone caring for you came through sex because that's all he knew. From an early age, that is all he knew. That is all he knew. So I've heard two takes on it. I've heard three takes on it, honestly. Two were kind of the same. One just pretty much admitted. Because of this, he technically hated women. He hated women. He felt like the best way for him to handle and control his emotions and his hatred and his frustration was to take advantage of them in a legal way, if that makes sense. He wasn't raping anyone. He was just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to sleep with this one. I'm going to sleep with that one. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I don't care how she feel. I don't care what he. And of course, in the framework of it, there are a lot of children that come about this way as well. So there are those men, Kevin, that don't have an emotional attachment, not a positive emotional attachment to the act itself. There are men like that. The other two men would not admit that they hated women or they disliked women. Um, One was really, really homophobic because it was a male relative that molested him. The other one didn't admit, excuse me, that he did not like women and he hated women. He just lived a promiscuous lifestyle because that's just what I want to do. I want to do who I want, when I want, how I want. I don't want to be questioned about it. And that's what I'm going to do. So when it comes to that part of it, hey Lynn, hey Miss Ladonis, when it comes to that part of it, that emotion that we're talking about, that disconnect of emotion that we're talking about, that's where that comes to play. There are men, ladies, that hate us, and they will love you. They will love you and hate you undercover. Hey, Chris, there are men that hate women and they will do it under the cover of actual love. And of course, we know the word. We always come out with this word and we understand this word at this point. Some of us do, some of us may not. But if you don't, look up a narcissist. That kind of falls in the category of a narcissist. They're going to profess their love. They're going to love you like crazy. They're going to make you feel like you the best and you the greatest. And then they're going to snatch the rug out from under you. and blame you for it. So these men, ladies and gentlemen, that feel and act like this have, in some point, some way, some problem, a dislike for women. A dislike for women. So back to my, the conversation I was having. Back to the conversation I was having. What does sex mean to men? That was one of the perspectives that was put out there. That was one of the points that was put out there. That it really can mean nothing at all. Like we can do it, and it means nothing at all. So, ladies, what we have to understand, young and old, because we know this family has we have a level of ages, a level of ages. Um, and we want the young ones to know. We want the young ones to get an understanding. We want the younger ones to be able to learn from us, our mistakes, even. Our mistakes, even. Let me say this on that point. If you have a younger daughter, younger son, y'all, let's stop trying to act perfect in their eyes. Let's show them that we have made mistakes ourselves. When you sneak in the boy in the house, when you sneak in the girl in the house, when you get pregnant at an early age, when you get caught doing this and let's please stop acting like we were the perfect angels and we did nothing. That we didn't go through life issues and hurts and things that made us um, make dumb, stupid decisions. I think if our children see us more in a light that we're real, that we're human, that we're not here to just wag our finger at them, that the relationships can be better and their experiences in life can be better. They can make better decisions off of what they do. Kevin said, Kevin, I love that you're back. Kevin said, I would say that's true when men are super young, that there's no emotional attachment. As we mature, we learn the difference. As I've gotten older, I can't get aroused from a woman I don't like or upset with. I love sex and would like it every day, but for me, I have to have some type of feeling for her. Yep. And you're the one on that other spectrum, Kev. You're the one on that other spectrum. Not you're the only one, but you're one of those men on that on the spectrum. You made the point. Younger, when you were super young, just like when the young ladies were super young, we were all super dumb because we hadn't learned yet. We hadn't had the experiences, and sometimes parents weren't as open. I don't think parents were as open then as they are now. Social media just throws everything out there. TV, movies, all of that. So if you're not talking to your kids about this stuff, the computer, the TV, the phones, the apps, all of that stuff will. So you better sit them down and give it to them right the best way you can. The best way you can. Hey, Jerome. Jerome said, a lot of times we act out of trauma without understanding the base of some of their debase mindset of thinking that women are only good for sexual conquest. Yep. Yep. Only good for sexual conquest. Hmm. Out of trauma. That's what I was saying. Um Kevin said, yes, I was super dumb. Kevin, I was super dumb too. But it's okay. It's okay. Life experiences. My nephew and I were having a conversation last night. And if y'all didn't see the video, I didn't post the full conversation because some things are private and personal. They are. But we were having a conversation last night. I posted on my Facebook page. If you have a chance to go by and listen to it, go by and listen to it. But we were talking about liking more than one young lady and coming to um, knowing what it is that you like. And I was saying to him that um, at this point in time, first and foremost, the reason there's so much confusion, the reason, hey, Jerome, the reason there's so much confusion at that age, 12, 13, 14, because that's what they trying to date y'all. 15, even up, the high school students. The reason there's so much confusion is because dating and relationships in that aspect are not for you all. This is why some parents say you can't date until such and such time, or you shouldn't, maybe we should try to kind of change that because we know how we were. Our parents said you can't date until you 16, you can't date until you 17, 18. Some crazy pops say 21, right? And we say that. So what you can't do, I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna do undercover. I'm gonna do something. We did it. Stop playing. Y'all know we had a little boyfriend and girlfriend. Hey Steve, we had a little boyfriend and girlfriend in school, whatever. So I was telling him, he was saying that he felt guilty because he liked one young lady and there was another one he liked as well. And he made it clear to the first one, she can't be his girlfriend because he's not of dating age. So he doesn't have permission to date at this point. She understood it. And I was like, well, maybe her parents have the same conversation. Great. But they like each other. And he was like, we had that conversation. She knows that she's not my girlfriend and I'm not her boyfriend. And I was like, yo, I love that. I love the fact that, first of all, you are clear on where things are. You are clear on where things are. And you're liking more than one girl. But what I really liked was he felt a little guilt about it. And I told him the reason he felt guilt about it is because he cares about what people feel. He cares about how he makes people feel. And he didn't want these young ladies to their feelings to be hurt. But I told him the upside of that for you, nephew, is you're learning what you like based off of talking to different young ladies. What happens when we rush into relationships, we rush into something and we end up feeling trapped because I don't want to, I'm stuck here because I can't say this and I can't say that. And I don't want to tell him that I don't like him. And I don't want to tell him that there's something changed. And I don't. Look, I'm an advocate for if a relationship is not right to get out of it before it's too late. I'm an advocate for that. Everything does not have to always be what we want it to be, um, because the other person has a choice of who they want to be with. And there may be some things about you that doesn't quite vibe right? So back to the point, ladies, if this brother has not showed you in so many ways, because there's so many ways, that you hold his full interest, that you are the direction that he's going, you're the one that he wants in his life, the best thing for us to do is to keep that section closed off until, and let me say this, different beliefs, different thought processes. I'm not here to tell y'all how to live your life. We are to help each other just live life in a more healthier way. My belief, sex is for married people. Did I always do that? Have I always thought that way? Do I always think that way? No. We're not going to sit up here and lie. We're not going to sit up here and lie. No. But do I believe that? I do believe that. I do believe that sex should be in the confines of husband and wife. Um, as an adult woman who's been single, who is single, whatever, has it always happened that way? No, it has not. It has not. It has not. But let me tell you what I am, though. I'm a respecter of self. I love this chick so much that this is not happening. This is it's not happening. But I'm not downing anybody for what they do and what they think and what they say. But what I'm saying is, ladies, we have to understand that brother will have sex with you even if he does not like you. We also talked about having sex with someone you're not attracted to. And again, his input was men will have sex with the ugliest chick. Excuse me, to them. Because everybody's cute. My mom used to say every baboon think they baboon is cute. So to them, he was like, we'll have sex with ugly women. We'll have sex with women that we don't like. We'll have sex with women that we have no intentions of calling back. We will have sex wherever we can get sex, when we can get sex. Now, again, listen. Not saying that every man is the same. Not saying that your experiences and where you are in life has not gotten you to the point where that is not enough. That it's not enough just to be having sex. It's not enough. There's some men that are there. It's not enough for them. So, but that's what the brother was saying. He was like, there are some that just don't even care. Like I have, he said there was a point in time in his life when that was him, right? When that was him, and he in the midst of having sex with a woman, he would be thinking already his exit strategy. He would already be thinking how he's not going to call her. He would already be thinking of what he was going to do and how he was just going to get up out of there and let it be over with. He was already thinking that. He was already thinking that. Jerome said, generally speaking, women has a lot more to lose once she opens the pearly gate. A lot more to lose when she opens the pearly gate. Woman has a lot more to lose. I have a 31-year-old son. My oldest is 31. My youngest, my daughter, is 26. She just turned 26. But a conversation I will have with my son, and I'm going to tell you why I don't really agree with that, Jerome. Because I taught my son that he, his body, his heart, all of that was just as important as the girls. And I used to say to him, you got to think to yourself, who is she? What rights does she have to my body? What rights does she have for me to lay down with her? Like, who is she? So just like I would tell my daughter, your body is precious. Who you allow to touch it, feel it, do things with it, and get from it, my son, I would tell him it is just as important for you to feel and think that way. Because as males, it's of course it's different. And I understand where you're coming from, Jerome. But as males, women are looked at differently if they have a lot of sex partners. But guys, if they have a lot of sexual partners, oh, you the man. Yo, you this and you that. You that. Generally speaking. Right. Generally speaking, yes. Um, women are looked at in a different way. So for them to have more to lose, I would say pregnancy, because a woman has to carry, the female has to carry the baby. So if she gets pregnant and she ends up stuck by herself caring for that child because the brother already knew that's not what he wanted. He already knew sexual attachment. Okay, you're right. You're right. I agree with you because we're emotional beings. We're set up a little bit different. You're right, Jerome. I apologize. Jerome said I was speaking in terms of sexual attachment. Yes, I do believe women have more to lose when it comes to sexual attachment. I can totally agree with that. Sexual attachment. Kevin says sex without emotion is wasted energy. It is wasted energy. But a lot of people don't understand that, young and old, because some of them just want to get that quick feel. They just want to have sex. They just want to lay up with somebody. They just want to get, hey, Alicia, I didn't see you pop in, girl. They just want to get what they want and keep it moving. So you're right. Sex without emotional is wasted. Is emotion is wasted energy. And back to what I was telling my nephew, like the reason y'all don't understand this, and the reason it's so difficult and hard for y'all to understand what's going on when it comes to the dating thing, is because for one, your maturity level, your brain, your development does not allow you to comprehend those feelings and emotions yet. It doesn't. Because if it did, if when we were 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever, whatever, if our brains were developed enough to understand the thing of dating and sex, then what Kevin just said would not be true. Sex would not be a wasted, the emotion is of sex without emotion is wasted energy. There wouldn't be wasted energy because we wouldn't waste our emotions if we really thought about it. If we really, really thought about it. And I'm going to say ladies because I addressed the ladies in the topic. Girl, he can have sex with you even if he doesn't like you. So the wasted energy, the wasted emotion, if we really, really thought about it, we would really, really think through, do I really want to have sex with this man? Do I really want to open myself up, my emotion, my mental, my physical? Do I really why would I do that? Like, why would I do that? If we really, 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 if we the development of the mind, the brain development, that was a topic I loved in school. I loved in school, brain development. It helps me deal with these children every day, um, and understand, like, why am I telling this child, stop that, don't do that, you know better. And we all do it. I've said it so many times before. But when I sit back and think, I laugh because the child is going to keep doing what the child is going to keep doing. And then my foolish behind is telling him, stop that. Why are you doing that? Why are you? If we stopped and thought about the mind and what it can, the capacity of it, and what it can comprehend, and what levels tell us is not comprehending, we would not waste so much time, energy talking and doing things that doesn't make sense. It's like talking to a wall. Like, move, wall, move, wall. The wall ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. Why? Because the wall can't comprehend a damn thing. And if we thought about it, we know we wasting our time talking to this wall. Oh man. Kevin said, yeah, that cheap thrill will keep you in a deprived emotional state. Trauma will be amplified, and in the process, you'll hurt someone. Q, get therapy. Thank you, Kevin. Ding, 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 ding. That's my cue. Kevin, know it. That is the cue. Therapy, 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 therapy. If you have been a victim of any type of sexual abuse, whether male or female, please, 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 I don't care how long ago it was, because trust and believe it is affecting your life. It has affected your life all the way through up until this point. And people feel like, that was so long ago. I got over that, or you should be over that, or that shouldn't bother you. Please, I hate And I don't like using the word hate because it's a strong emotion, it's a strong thought process. I hate when people say get over it. We may never get over something, but we can learn how to get through. We can learn how to live healthy, functioning lives with the thing that we went through. We can't let it control us and run us and use it for not growing. But what we can do is we can live still knowing that that person that had no business touching you touched you. We still can thrive knowing that I can have a healthy sexual relationship. I can have a healthy relationship where I don't have to just jump in somebody's bed to prove that I care for them and to hope that they respond that they care for me. Girl, that man will have sex with you even if he don't like you. Even if he does not like you. He may not even find you attractive. So many times there's so much hurt that comes from that. There's so much hurt that revolves around I did this and I did that and it still didn't make a difference. And I did this and I did that and I thought he would or I thought she would. But in this case, girl, guard your heart because believe it or not, experienced it or not, yet your heart is connected with your vagina. Guard your heart. And in a part of guarding your heart, you're going to guard your vagina. Listen, we all, on some way, want to be loved, appreciated, respected, and wanted. I don't care what you say. You were not born in this world, in this bubble, all by yourself. If you don't want to be loved, appreciated, respected, or thought of, or felt for, then that's because you're fighting some trauma and you're fighting some emotion that you refuse. Listen, you. I don't care. We were created with certain things within us that we cannot control. They were already there. It makes us who we are. But the problem is we fight against who we naturally are because of outside forces that cause us to trauma, rape, misunderstandings, being unappreciated, not being properly cared for, not being properly taught, not being properly nurtured as a child, as a baby, not having a parent that communicated with us well, not having a sibling that fought us all the time, having a sibling or whatever that fought us all the time. Those things make up who we are. And then when we get to the level and place where we try to figure out how to be accepted, how to be accepted, we make choices and decisions that push us further away from where we want to be. Girl, he's going to have sex with you. Some, whether they like you or not. So guard your heart along with your vagina because they all come together. Guard your heart. By guarding your heart, you're going to protect your vagina. And if you're in a place, in a position where you don't feel so good about yourself, you don't feel like you're worth guarding, then please talk to someone who can lead you, direct you, and guide you and help you to understand and see how great and beautiful and magnificent you are. And how if you weren't on this earth in this world, it would be missing something. It would be missing out on something. I have not always felt this way about myself. I have not. I have not. I was the darkest one. I was the flattest one. I was the tomboy. Listen, listen. I know it. But I had to come to a place, even as an adult, to understand there is no one like me. They can act like it, try to be it, whatever, whatever. I'm going to say this, and please understand it's not me bragging, okay? This just helps me to understand it and help my point. There has not been a relationship with a man that I have been in that has ended that this brother has not tried to come back. That's because there is something special about me. There is something special that she didn't do, she didn't do. Now you know she can't do, or that's whether I've supported you, whether I've not allowed certain things, whether I listen. This is how you have to think about yourself because it's connected. It's connected. Girl, don't let him, unless the two of you have come together and are going to be together, belief factor, whatever it is that you believe. And I'm not throwing it out, whatever floats, whatever goes. Because I do believe the word of God. That's me. Can't tell you what to believe. I believe the word of God. And I believe that the proper way will eliminate so much heartache, heartbreak, single parenting, um, depression, anxiety, financial issues and struggles, all of these things and more can be avoided when we come into a union that's together and we forsake all others. I've been married before, y'all. I know what it's like to depend on someone and not have to do it all by myself. I love that thought. I love that concept. I love that process. I love it. I think family is everything. And I think it starts with the two, you know. And I've been on the side of being single. I'm single now. Been on the side of being single. Single mom for a short span of time. But listen, understand that you have to love yourself way, way more than he does or she does. You have to love yourself, brothers, way more than she loves you. You have to love yourself, sisters, way more than he loves you. Because if you do, there's so much in that. Y'all know how when when something just oozes confidence, and when someone just oozes confidence, and they have this thing about themselves that makes you want to be a part of it, that's called a healthy mindset. That's called a healthy mindset. And please believe, if there are people that have a problem with that, they got to deal with their own issues and problems and traumas and whatever's got them there. Because I've been in relationships where jealousy took place, and this person could not comprehend, could not sustain or stand the fact that I am who I am. And I ain't going to low rate you and belittle you in the process. But that just means he needed to do some things to love himself to a level and degree where it didn't matter what I said about me, the confidence was there. So, girl, that brother gonna have sex with you regardless. You stop that. You kill that. You don't be a target. You don't be available and easy and ready to just. And if you're not in that place, please believe and understand I'm not belittling you. I'm trying to big you up. Because, girl, you are worth it. You are worth getting, receiving, having everything you want. You are worth it. But no, you have to do your due diligence to show that and be that. All right, y'all. All right. So I'm mad at some of these ladies because there was a laundry list of ladies that was supposed to be on here tonight. So I'm gonna call them. Yeah, I'm gonna have some words for them. Be like, yo, I needed y'all input, but we rocked it well. We rocked it well. We rocked it well. The live has ended. Instagram is telling me that has been an hour. Oh, Instagram gonna time you. You ain't gonna get past that. You ain't gonna get past that with IG. They gonna let you know. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I enjoyed this. Maurice, you late to the party, brother. That's all right, Maurice. You can watch, you can comment. I'm gonna post it. It's gonna be posted in just a few minutes. And you can comment if you came in on the last end or if you want to check this out. Girl, girl, girl. This brother gonna have sex with you, whether he like you or not. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. If you guard your heart, mind, emotions, your physical, you're gonna be all right. Love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. See y'all next week. Keep sending y'all topics. Keep sending y'all topics. Good night.